Hey guys, what's up? This is Bharat, and today we're checking out the HTC U11, its gaming, benchmarks, capability, and the new Edge Sense. So let's get started. Now, the HTC U11 has been launched officially and will start going on sale in Taiwan in a couple of days, and in countries like the US, in many countries in Europe, UK, and Australia the first week of June. For the markets that include India, Thailand, Malaysia, the phone is going to go on sale in the second week of June, and the second lot or the second wave of phones is going to be the 6GB plus 128GB variants. Now the US, UK, and Australia, the first wave of phones will only get the 4GB plus 64GB variant. So what I have here is the 4GB plus 64GB variant, which is going to go on sale in the first wave, and this is also a pre-production unit, so HTC told us clearly that the software or the operating system is not completely optimized, but we decided to take it for a spin anyway. So first we ran Antutu benchmark, and surprisingly enough, or not surprisingly enough, the phone scored a really impressive benchmark. It scored really good points in graphical computations as well as RAM management, and it also scores really good in terms of processing. What it doesn't score well in is the UX, and that is exactly what HTC is going to be optimizing before they release the phone in the final market. Now, we got similar results from Geekbench. So in the single core, we got 1895, which again is pretty impressive. It scores way above the Note 7 and the S7 on the record, but is also much more than the S8 and S8 Plus. In the multi-core also, you can see the 6474 is the score on the phone, or 6400 and above is what we are usually getting, and that also by far defeats many of the other devices in the same segment, wherein which also confirms the kind of optimization that HTC has done already with the pre-release unit, and then the kind of optimization we can expect when the final unit comes out. Now the experience is completely lag-free on the OS. HTC Sense has been skinned down quite a lot, so you get a more stockish Android experience. You do get some of the good things about HTC Sense, so you can theme it, and I do like the application grid, but you do get some of the new Android features as well, so you can have multi-window running. You can run 2 or 3 applications together which work in split screen without any issues, so all of that is there. And you also get Android 7.1.1's optimizations. So all in all, the phone seems to be a really good bet in terms of performance and RAM management, and it seems to be doing a fantastic job. We found similar results when we were playing games on this device. So on games like Asphalt 8 running at full graphics, we found that everything including reflections, smoke, and the overall graphics were really fantastic. We got 0 frame loss. We tested it out using a third-party application. We found that the device runs completely flawlessly as far as gaming is concerned. We found similar results for GTA San Andreas running at full graphics, except seeing a few glitches from the game itself. While running the game on the phone, we found really no issues as far as graphics rendering, and that too at advanced and max graphics on GTA San Andreas, things that were not even available when GTA San Andreas was launched for PC as well as console back in the day. So whether you're doing arcade gaming or high-end gaming on the HTC U11, you'll have no issues with that whatsoever. Now let's talk a little bit about HTC's USP for the U11 and the ability to squeeze the device to launch certain things. So at this moment, HTC has clarified that when you squeeze on the device, you will be able to do certain things like launch the camera. You can customize it to launch the flashlight, for example. So if you have your phone locked, you can have the device turn on the flashlight when you squeeze it. Now, once you launch the camera using the squeeze feature, you can also squeeze again to click a picture, which has been confusing for a lot of people who claim that when you squeeze the phone, your picture will get blurred out because your hands will be shaking while you squeeze the device. But HTC has countered that by simply clicking the picture after you're done squeezing the device. So when you let go of the squeeze, it holds on for a second and then clicks a picture, allowing you to get that steady shot. The device does have optical image stabilization, so you can counter any residual shake that you may have from your hand. So at the end, you do get a stable shot, and we've personally tested this out without any issues. But what HTC has planned for the Edge feature is a lot more exciting than what the Edge feature in itself is. I personally don't find myself using the Edge Sense as much. Right now, you can launch applications and you can also launch your assistant, which at the moment is the Google Assistant, and later on will be Alexa. When it launches in the App Store, you will be able to set it as your assistant on the phone and use the EdgeSense squeeze feature to launch Alexa or squeeze Alexa. But the problem is that Alexa will not be supported in a lot of countries, so that in itself will be a slight issue. And also the phone will support both the assistants together, so you'll be able to do certain things with Google that Google does better, and then you'll be able to do certain things with Alexa that Alexa does better, making this device again slightly more useful than many of the others in the market. Now, coming back to the EdgeSense feature, the ability to squeeze and launch applications exists, like I said, and then you can also do certain things like launch the flashlight at the moment, but HTC will allow you to customize this in a later update. They say will come by July. This update will allow you to do more things and customize this ability a lot more. So you'll be able to go into your Wi-Fi and turn on the Wi-Fi, for example, by just squeezing the device, or turn it off. If you want to turn on certain features like airplane mode or Bluetooth by squeezing the device in a certain way, you'll be able to do that. They also want to put in certain squeeze codes, so you'll be able to squeeze 3 times to launch the camera, for example, or squeeze 2 times, turn on the selfie camera instead. So all of that capability will be built into the phone. Also, interestingly, you'll be able to do automation with the squeeze feature, so you'll be able to sort of record your actions on the display. So anything that requires you to touch the screen can be automated, or will be able to be automated using the squeeze feature. So you'll be able to squeeze, click a picture, open Instagram and post the picture, apply a filter and add certain text. This will happen all by a simple squeeze. So you'll have to record your action for the first time and then make sure that you don't move the app around on your desktop, and you'll be able to squeeze and post a picture to Instagram instantaneously. So hopefully HTC does manage to build this feature into the phone, making this a lot more useful. Although personally they could have done this by simply adding another button to the device, making it completely customizable, allowing you to basically set the button to do those things. But this does have a little bit of novelty and also first mover's advantage in a way. Good thing is you can turn off EdgeSense, so if you don't want to squeeze anymore, you can disable it. You can also customize the squeeze according to your requirements. If you don't have very strong hands, you can have a light squeeze to enable the EdgeSense, and if you have strong hands, big hands, you can squeeze a lot harder if that's something that you would want to do and get action then. So according to your squeeze, so that you don't get accidental squeezes of the edge, you can set the EdgeSense as per your requirement. So that was a quick look at some of the features, gaming benchmarks on the new HTC U11. If you have other questions and queries, do drop them in the comment section below. We're going to be doing a dedicated camera video for this phone as well, which will be coming out in the next few days. So if you have any specific requests for that, do drop that in the comment section below. This has been Bharat. Check us out on iGyaan.in. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and I'll see you guys in the next one.